What's up, gang? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy Triple C's. Drop them C's in the chat and let me know you're rocking with me, all right? Well, look, guys, let me know if y'all made money in the stock market today, okay? So if you've been following any of the plays that I've been giving y'all this week, then you should be printing money, okay? Look, how did y'all do with Lyft, guys? I told y'all Lyft was going to 21 and then it's going to the 26, okay? I told you 26 was our long-term target, okay? So we just been knocking out all of our targets, all right? So look, man, we made $200 on one play, and then guys on another play around $156. Okay, so we made over $350 something on our Lyft plays. Okay, let me know how you guys did. All right, so we have Lyft sitting at 22.67. All right, and we still see it going to the 26. All right, so some of the plays that we have going are still going. We just have our stop loss in place to kick us out if it comes back down, okay? And we'll still be in profit, all right? So if you don't know what a stop loss is, guys, go watch my stop loss video so you can learn how to do a stop loss. That's very important to capitalize on your wins and losses, okay? All right, so learn how to do a stop loss. But like I said, we see this going to 26, all right? All right, so another play that I'm telling you guys about is Uber, guys. So we made $100 with Uber on an Uber call option today with a strike price of 88. And we blew past that, guys. I've been telling y'all for a week or so that it was going to 90, guys, when it was all the way down to 83. I told y'all it has a gap to fill at the 90. Okay, so we smashed it today with that one. I forgot how much we made a total on that, but we made $100 today with Uber. That's another one I want you guys to keep your eyes on that one. And one more brag, guys. Walmart, guys. I've been telling you guys about Walmart. Look, I know this is one of my long-term bangers, guys. We've been killing it with Walmart. Okay, at the time of this recording, we got Walmart at $113.79, guys. I told y'all this was going to the 115 by the end of the year, guys. I've been telling y'all that since it was 102, 104, and stuff like that. And now it's almost to the 115, our long-term target. Okay, so we've been killing it with that. I think we made like $130 in options today. So keep your eyes on Walmart. Okay, but I'm going to do some more videos on all of those stocks I just gave you guys, but I'm not going to go over it in this video because I just did videos on those, okay? So in this video, I got some new stocks for y'all. I want y'all to watch out for. All right, guys, so first up on the list, we have Block, okay? Ticker symbol XYZ, okay? I want you guys to keep your eyes on this one because there's a lot of potential for movement upward on this one. All right, so if you're not familiar with Block, guys, Block is the company that owns Cashapp, okay? Companies like Cashapp or even Square. You know, if you got a Square, if you use Square payment processing tools for your business, this is the company that owns that, okay? So they own Square, they own Cashapp, and they have their hands in some other things as well, okay? So this is a really good company, okay? And I see that it's getting beat down a little bit, okay? Because they just had their earnings and they missed by a few hundred million, like 196 million, but they still made $6 billion in revenue, okay? So I love when I see opportunities like this, that I see that people just overreacted and they oversold, okay? And that's what we're looking at right here, okay? So at the time of this recording, guys, we have Block sitting at $61.54, okay? Now, when I look at this company, guys, like I said, let's look at the revenue. You see the revenue was estimated to be 6.3 billion, and they brought in 6.1 billion, okay? So Cry Me a River, right? They missed by 196 million, all right? They still brought in 6 billion, all right? So, and then you look at you scroll down and you look at the income statement, and you click on the net income tab, and you see they're profitable. Okay, last 2 quarters, 538 million, and they kept 461 million the last quarter. Okay, so very, very good company. And then we look at their balance sheet, guys. This is where you want to see these fintech companies. You want to see it around 40%. Okay, 40 to 60% is a safe range. Okay, you don't want to see it higher than 60, but you want it to be closer to the 40. Okay, and we can see their liability ratio, their asset to liability ratio is at 42%. Okay, so that's very, very good. You see the little dark blue bar, and then you see the light blue bar. The dark blue bar is your assets. Okay, so you always want that to be higher. Okay, so they're very good there. All right, so that's why I like this company to go higher. All right, so now when you look at the analyst rating, guys, you see the analysts have it going to $87. Okay, so even they think it's oversold. Okay, and like I said, it's sitting at $61 right now. So 61 to 87, guys, that's a huge gap to fill. Okay, so that's a lot of money to be made in between there. All right, so look, my next target for Block is 65. Okay, if you want to see what option plays we're doing, guys, I have it posted for you in the members area. Okay, so that's what we got for Block. So keep your eye on that one. All right, so this last company I want you guys to keep your eyes on is another banger, okay? That is PDD Holdings, okay? AKA Temu. All right. So if you've been wondering how to invest in Temu, this is how you do it. PDD Holdings is the parent company. Okay. So I really like this company, me personally. Okay. So at the time of this recording, it's sitting at $118.29. Okay. Now I like Temu because they bring in a ton of revenue and they keep a lot of it. Okay. So when we look at their earnings, guys, they were estimated to bring in $108.7 billion, and then they brought in 108.28. Okay, so they missed their estimate by 457 million. So that's why they took a little bit of a hit. Okay, but to me that is a huge overreaction. Okay, so I know this stock is going to come back, and it's going to come back roaring really fast. All right, you see the analysts have it a target price of $151. Okay, so you got to pay attention here. Okay, so with that being said, guys, when we look at their revenue, like I said, they brought in 108 billion. Okay, so when we scroll down and look at their net income, okay, so how much of that money did they keep? Guys, last 2 quarters, they kept 30 billion and they profited 29 billion this last quarter. Okay, so they are killing it. All right, so I want you guys to keep your eyes on this company. I see Temu going to our next target, guys, to 130. Okay, the analysts got to go into 150, but my next target is 130. All right, so keep your eyes on Temu. All right, gang, if you want to get some free stocks, download the Moomoo Investment app. Use my link down at the top of the description. All right, guys. But that is all I have for you in this particular video, gang. I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. Remember to stay disciplined, and let's get this money.